All right, guys, we're going to get ready with our math lesson for today. It's not going to be a very long one because it's just some explorations, and I want you guys to have a chance to check out some games that I'm going to post links to so that you can have some more time and more work with shapes, just getting to know them. What we're going to do in our lesson today is we're going to talk about why we would put a certain set of shapes together. What do they have in common that would make us put them together? Right, so we're going to start off with these shapes here. I'm going to place 3 different shapes and then we'll separate them. And then we're going to talk about what do they have in common? Why are we putting them all together? Right, they look very different, but they do have some things that make them similar. Right, so what do you see? What do you see that puts these shapes together, that would make them go together? These 3 guys right here, right? What do you see? Yeah, I see that they all have 3 sides, right? So we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. So they all have 3 sides. I also notice that they all have 3 corners. We're going to learn that those are called vertices, right? We have those in there. And then inside, we also have what we call angles, and we have 3 of those in each one of these shapes. So even though these shapes are very different, we could say that the things they have in common are they have the same amount of sides, they have the same amount of vertices, and the same amount of angles. And you probably also noticed that they are all green, so that could definitely be some reason why we put something together because of their color. All right, let's take a look at another set of shapes and let's talk about what we see that they have in common. All right, I'm going to change the color here. So we're going to put this shape, and then we're going to do this shape, add this shape, and then this shape. All right, so as I separate them, go ahead and start taking a look at them. All right, why would I put all these shapes together other than the fact that they are the same color? Why would they go all together? What makes them similar? What do they have in common? Yeah, they all have 4 sides, so that's definitely something that they have in common. 4 sides. Now, not all the sides are the same length. The square right here, all the sides are the same length, but in the other ones, they are not. So that would not be something that we would say they have in common. They do have 4 vertices, and they do have 4 angles on the inside, just like our triangles. Right, so we could say that these shapes would all go together because of the amount of sides, vertices, and angles that they have. They also all have straight lines, so we could put them together because of that. All right, and let's look at one more set and see why we would put these shapes together. We do this guy, this guy, this guy. All right. So, take a look at these 3 shapes. Again, yes, they are the same color. We're going to move past the color and look at what they have in common. Well, this first one right here has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides, but this one here has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this one here has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So unlike all the other shapes, they all have different amount of sides, which is also going to mean they have different amount of vertices and different amount of angles. So we can't use any of those as a reason to put them together. What I think of is the reason that these guys are together is because they all do have straight lines, no curved lines. They're all closed in, and they all have more than 4 sides. So even though they have different amounts of sides, they all have more than 4 sides. Okay, so I have 2 games that I'm going to ask for you guys to give a try. There's going to be links on the webpage. One of them is going to be this Shape Splat, which is kind of it's an easier game. It's just identifying the different shapes that we were talking
Shape
about.
Splat.
You can choose
Click
basic,
level
shapes with
below to play.
rotation, shapes and more shapes. We're not going to do 3D shapes yet. Of course, you can explore it, but we're not quite there yet. And then there's actually a PBS Kids game, which is an Odd Squad game. And I like this one because you get to look at how shapes go together to make different shapes. So it's looking at how they are in common, how they come together. And I think it would be a lot of fun and some great practice. All right, so you can find these links to these games in the box next to the video on the webpage. All right, have fun and happy shape hunting.